Oh, yeah, yeah. Eagles wear boxing. You know what's up. It's Friday, man. Rap. It's a short one, man. Get in here. Where you at? Yup. I said, yep. Yeah, we in here. I'm eating. Can you eat when you're doing chat and stuff? Oh, is that? I know you can drink, but can you just like munch on stuff without people getting bothered? It's too bad. It's just mango, some mango slices, unsulfured, unsweetened. They just look. They don't look good. If you like eye pleasing, appeasing thing or eye pleasing things, it's like, but hey, it's better for you. Okay, so make sure the Eagles down. Yep, the Eagles down. We don't usually talk about women's boxing. Let's talk about Clarissa a little bit today. Y'all say shields up. It's her turn. Just in case you don't get it. Some people are slow, they don't get it. The first time I heard about Terrence Crawford's father, speaking about boxing, he was talking about how his son's gonna stop Earl. He's gonna stop him. Wow. I don't know. This happened. I don't know. It's hard to see Earl get stopped. I never seen Earl get stopped. I'm like, well, you stopping him? Mm-hmm. Everybody is speaking right now. At least it's still there. I'm just reading out some stuff. Hmm. Everybody starts. Crawford knocks out Errol Spence. Errol Spence deals with his press. Errol Spence deals with him easy. But most people going for Crawford though. I noticed that. Crawford wins. Thumbs up. What else we got? Mm-hmm. Fulton. Oh shoot! Did I mess up? I got my pick wrong. Fulton works. Fulton fights tonight. What the heck? Ain't nobody told me nothing, man. How come it ain't on my list? I don't know what's going on, man. I'm confused. No, it's not. I don't get it, man. Why don't we have this? This is a replacement. Did we lose a fight? Somebody let me know. What else we got? No, that's old. That's an old fight. Okay. Mr. Johnson. Who else? Crawford tickets. Oh, yeah. That was bullshit. I fell for that. Before the fight, before the tickets was even on sale, they told me they were sold out. Well, I'm not that kind of fan. I'm waiting. I'm gonna try to get mine. I'm trying to see if If my brother want to go to the fight, that's it. I ain't even tripping. If I don't go, I don't go. I ain't even tripping on this fight. Ain't no fight. Ain't nothing that big for me. Shit, I'd rather watch the heavyweights. I'd rather watch Wilder versus Joshua. I'll pay to see that. Just because I know it's going to be some violence. I don't know. People just looking past they was looking past Earl like nothing. And that's kind of sad. Not sad, but when you come into a fight, you're planning on working one style to fight somebody. That means Earl has so many. Earl has so many um, advantages in this fight that people don't know. Let's think about it, because you're coming in with all kinds of game plans and stuff. You got to change your game plan. You're going to fight a certain way. I'm sorry to break this to you. But there's spies in all these camps. Earl's coming too. He's going to train the way they always train. He's going to fight his style. You know what I mean? He's going to fight the way that he wants to fight, like he always does. And no pressure on him. Bud is putting extra pressure on himself for wanting to change up. Now Errol got him changing his team up and shit. It's like the people are telling him to change his team up. He want to get Floyd Mayweather involved. That's like, man, you doing too much, man. You should have already done this. You just barely 2 months out. You're a little bit less than 2 months out. Which is like 57 days out. Like, you gonna change up everything now, or change your style and then try to come in and fight your new style against Earl? That shit started to make my stomach hurt just thinking about it. Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. But we're gonna see how this work out. One thing I got is kind of an idea about this fight with Carissa Shields. I can't be 100% certain. I mean, I think I'm picking her to win. The fight might be a little bit more competitive than what a lot of people might be thinking. Might not just be a blowout. But people are hating on both sides. That's the one thing. This fight is intriguing because the people are just stupid. And when I call them stupid, no offense to you. When I say stupid, I'm not meaning it like for that definition. Yeah, I'll give you my own definition. My own definition is that it's stupid because the people is just getting way too emotional. Yep. It's just getting way too emotional about it. Now people are taking it like too serious on one side, like, oh, because they feel like they got the scholarship about how the fight's gonna go, and then people are taking it another way. They're taking it serious, like, oh, don't talk about my fighter. That's my favorite fighter. That's my favorite fighter. Don't talk about him. Oh wow. Like either one of them are saints or something. It's like, I mean, that's Absolutely insane. It's insane. It just is. They just fighters. They gotta fight. Let them fight. And I see I'm just talking in case somebody watches the replay. I guess because my people, I don't see them. They knew I was gonna be eating or something. Let me see. Okay, I'm on. Had to make sure of that. It was just mangoes. Don't worry about it. They're gone. I thought it was. I'm on my fruit thing. It's hard to eat fruit. It's like you eat a couple of pieces of fruit, you be wanting something else. Like I need something else. I need a pizza. We need something. No. Just eat fruit for a few days. That's all you need. That's all you need. Hmm? I forgot. We got Knighton too. We was talking about the sprinters and stuff. Yeah, I forgot Area Knighton. These are kids, man, flying around, running like they used to do in the 60s. Hmm. And actually, a lot of people don't know that, like, a lot of the records from the Olympics in Mexico City, 1968, they, in my estimation, I'm just gonna put my estimation, a lot of those were not um, accurately judged or timed or anything else. Some of those records are bigger than what they said. Like today, some of the records from the 70s and 60s were like too much. It's like it's like the records were too big. You know what I mean? Like the records were just too. They were too much um, to comprehend. You know the so since they were too big to comprehend, a lot of them I would my estimation is a lot of things was guesswork, and I would say that back in those times that those things had to be guessworked, and that they had to do that for protection of they had to do it for protection of statuses. So once we got to into the what we would consider or look at as being the future, once we got there, things would like level out. I just don't want to, you know what I mean? I'm not crapping on today's athletes or nothing like that. I don't do that. I'm not going to crap on today's athletes, but when you can't put people up against different um, eras, then there's a problem because you have to, because if you're learning from that era, you had to like put up, like a lot of people say I'm more skillful than certain fighters, and it's like I don't see those skill sets. Like I don't see even to be honest, I don't see like welterweights and stuff as skilled as like Sugar Ray Leonard or Tommy here. I don't see them being as skilled as Roberto Duran. I don't see them being like that skilled. Like, oh well, I would beat them easy. No, you never beat your master. You never beat the father. You become the master. The one after they don't beat you. They live up. So this is so when the argument gets ridiculous. This is why the argument gets ridiculous is because no, you can't match them up from decade to decade like that. But you have some athletes, what we discussed on the previous show, that have went from one decade to the next, so they see the new guys coming in. Those new guys have to learn the same thing they have to learn. Because if you were so skilled in any kind of sport, then you would never have to talk about fundamentals. You all know fundamentals, that's for the old school guys. You know, we're better than that. We don't need fundamentals. And how many sports, especially in boxing, how many sports have we seen that to be truthful? That you don't need the fundamentals now because, oh, we're better athletes. Somebody expressed that to me. Somebody tell me that one. Oh, well, we don't. No, I don't need the fundamentals. We're better. We're just better. They're not as good as what we were, so we don't need the same fundamentals. Like even when it comes to shooting free throws and stuff, we don't need fundamentals in basketball. We're on the higher plane. We're on the higher level because we're younger, we're smarter, stronger. But they're constantly making new medicines. They got all this, and then supplements, all this stack stuff, and all this crap. But you're better. But nothing has like it. If you were super athletes, everything would have advanced a lot better than what it is now. Salute to my brother. I see you out there, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Y'all check him out. He's on whenever. I don't know. He don't have a specific times, but he's always popping in and out. I like to catch him, but a lot of times, most of the time I can't catch him, but because I'm at work. But he'll just pop in, like he'll come in after me or before me or different days. But yeah, y'all, check him out. He might be smoking a bowl, but hey, it's okay. He makes a lot of sense. Probably he got good content. So, I just wanted to say to him anyway. He said, "Salute, bro, listening on the road." I hear you. Yeah. So we're not supposed to be able to put these together to where we classify athletes with older athletes, but you have to. You don't learn without looking to the past. I'm not saying live back there, but I'm just saying let's learn from these guys. These guys, okay. So the one point I was gonna say, these guys are something to look at. But here's the biggest point. The biggest point is that when you pretend, Bruce, he's laughing. Yeah. So when you pretend like the other generation didn't exist and that they could not get skills, then you're highly mistaken. Just ask you a simple question in modern time boxing, not even today, but even yesterday. Who was Floyd Mayweather's hardest opposition? Do you guys remember his name? Or do you guys remember who he was? The Drunken Master? Or a lot of times they call him the Drunken Master. Right? Why was that fight so hard? If Floyd Mayweather's TBE he should have been an easy win. You know where those type of footworks come from? Go back in the archives and look at Jersey Joe Walcott. Right? Just go back and look. Amazing footwork. Always doing something to change the tempo so you don't read him. It's just too bad that he fought and he was just so, he looks like almost 50 years old fighting. But if you guys think about this, you think that there was not more, it didn't have to be more brain power back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. You think it didn't have to be brain power back there? It had to be brain power back then, because if it wasn't brain power back then, we wouldn't be where we are today. Because they had to do all the inventing. So when you disrespect the athletes, you're saying, well, these athletes couldn't have learned these new techniques. No. They could learn any techniques. They would have just implemented them. I see you with salute to Gil Coles. I see he said, sup, Eagles Web. Yeah, so you're saying that they couldn't have incorporated things into their boxing regimen. No, a lot of stuff they wouldn't have done, like all the stack stuff. Gil Cole say, Bruce. Yeah, he on the road, Gil. He'll probably holler back, though. But if you're saying that they couldn't get it, then you're highly mistaken. They probably wouldn't have took none like the supplements and all that because their wife could cook. If your wife and your grandmother or your mom is alive, then you should be able to eat good. There shouldn't be no I can't eat good. I got to get stacks and I'm gonna eat some powder. Come on, please. I mean, we all have failed for that. Now, I'm not gonna say some of the stuff doesn't work, but it's really temporary. A lot of this stuff is temporary. Like the I forgot which one it is. Like they had these energy enhancers, not the ones with the B12, with the high B12 and the taurine and all that. Not those, and the caffeine, not those. But they had these other ones where you just take them and you dissolve them in water. But they work, but they only work for a little while. They don't work too long. Okay, Bruce Gas is right back at you, Gil. He said that, Gil Coles, I see you. I see you. I'm just trying to drive safely. But when we put in perspective, look how these old, like the people play basketball. And now we're talking boxing a lot of times, but a lot of times grown folks chat. And I just wanted to share this because a lot of people they're really ignorant when it comes to stuff like even basketball. What they don't understand is these guys back in the 60s and 70s used to do some phenomenal stuff on the basketball court. And at one point, like in the 80s, I know in the 80s and early 90s, is they would, like if you did certain moves on the court, they would call it playground basketball while you're playing professional basketball. So the thing about professional basketball, it's structured. Like you don't do certain stuff. We just gonna play and the guys they like the game. Like when it came to fast breaks and they get dunks, they would do certain stuff. They wouldn't go too overboard, but they just do something to make the crowd jump up, and that would be it. But they wouldn't try to like humiliate people, because if you did that in the 70s or 80s and early 90s, you're probably gonna get a black eye. That's probably what it was. You're just gonna get a black eye if you're doing like you're doing too much. But slowly they started to take some of the street ball and they put it into like the NBA game. Like even stuff like the crossovers and stuff. Like the crossovers, the Euro steps and all that stuff. All this stuff like Hezzies and stuff, you probably can get away with that. But a lot of the stuff like the crossovers, yeah, that was okay. Because people could adjust to it. But when you start doing, like, I remember when they had the jump step and stuff like that. So these things come around and they seem illegal, but people they get used to it, and then everybody just starts doing it. Yeah, Derek, don't come in and start no trouble, okay? Derek said you late, Eagle. No, I was 1:30 on time, brother. Not 1:30, but what is it? 4:30. Man, I was on time. Stop it. It's in between 4 and 4:30. Stop playing. Derek Bay said salute to Gail Coles and salute at Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Yeah, but the older athletes, believe me, they could do whatever the youngsters do. They just go out and practice it. I don't know, man. I hope I can make it out to this fight, man. And I'll let y'all meet my little brother, and y'all will see. I'll let him tell. He'll tell you. He'll tell you because I don't never talk about myself. Derek say salute the Eagles, wear boxing, but I'll let him talk to y'all. I won't say nothing. I'll just ask him. Let y'all ask him some questions or something like that, or I'll ask him questions. All he's gonna tell you, he's just gonna tell you that he's gonna just say my brother's an alien. That's all he's gonna say. He's gonna say he do shit that he don't see people do. That's all he's gonna tell you. He's not gonna brag or nothing like that. He's gonna be shaking his head like, nah, he said, y'all just don't know. I just keep a certain mindset. I let them, like right now, they be sitting at the park like playing right now, playing their ass off. I'm not even in basketball shape. I'll still go over there and run. I went over there and ran like 3 games out of shape. And it's like, just to see what they got. I'm like, oh, y'all still ain't got nothing. They still happy to see me though. Like I'm like, y'all ain't got shit on this court, man. What y'all doing? I'm like, y'all ain't got nothing. They still got fouls though. They still be fouling the hell out you. But yeah, I go down there and whoop up on these boys every one. I mean, I just haven't been down there. When was the last time I played? Was about when we had some warm before all the rain. Or one of the days when we had a break from the rain. It might have been back in October or something. That was the last time, or it might have been. It might have been after that. I know it was when we had a break in the weather. I went over there and just went over there and shot around a little bit. But no, the athletes is just that. And Derek is probably, he can hear what I'm saying now though. So Derek, you remember when the athletes used to more or less, the only sport, let me ask you first, well, that the athletes would more or less conform to the sport. You know what I mean? Not doing something, even boxing, they always conform to the sport. Like this is the way you fight, and this is the way you play basketball, this is the way you play football. The only exceptions to football was like running backs, because as a running back they can teach you basics, but all the other stuff is just natural, like swiveling your hips and juking people. That's all natural. That's you. Oh shit, I'm over here. No, same. That's over there. Same thing with receivers. They can teach you so much, but a lot of that stuff like catching the ball with one hand, all that, that's on you. And now with quarterbacks, it's not they don't just stand in the pocket like, okay, just waiting to throw you a ball, like Mahomes. Mahomes might be falling down and can still throw a dime. So certain positions, they've all evolved now, but at first, the only positions that really evolved was the playmaking positions: quarterback, running back, and receivers. Everybody else just does the basic thing. You know what I mean? It's just like in baseball. A pitcher can throw faster, maybe better curves, better sliders, faster. However, baseball is one of the sports that kind of stays the same. Everybody has their own, they teach you how to swing, but everybody has their own stance and stuff like that. But what we got excited about, which we bring up, we probably done brought it up 100 times in here. What we used to get excited about was a one player. At one point, maybe McGuire, Sosa, but everybody got excited about Barry Bonds because he did something in baseball, because baseball's kind of boring. He's like, okay, I'm just going to slap balls off into the ocean. It's like, what the hell you mean slapping balls off into the ocean? Well, you Superman? And so he did that. But most sports, the way they evolve is because it's fan based too. It's the fans make it evolve. And even in boxing, they want to try to keep it in a box, and they lying to the masses. Like they'll lie to us, Derek. So they're telling us, this is what they tell us. They're telling us that that they want the Mexican style, but today ain't nobody fighting Mexican style, and you cannot. And that's disrespectful to people that call themselves Mexicans to say a Mexican style when none of these fighters fought like that. Shit, Chavez didn't even fight Mexican style his whole time, like this pressure. He didn't do that when he started getting beat up. He started learning, hey, I got to get my ass up out of there. Same thing with Canelo. Canelo, he ain't fighting no Mexican style when he started getting beat up. When he started getting beat up, he started shelling up, or he just started standing there and taking a 28 piece. A 28 piece with no mashed potatoes and no gravy. So where's the Mexican style? So stop trying to put, these are false narratives when they try to put like fighters in the box. Now this fight is going to be discussed up until the fight, even after the fight. Everybody's going to have their opinion of what they was right about or nothing like that. I'll see you in Ray Robinson up in here. Talking about a salute. That's what don't come here. When you come in here talking about a salute, Gil Cole's at Derek Beatty with the Honey Han. Where Roy's have helped baseball. I got to kind of, when I'm listening to you, when I see that Derek Beatty, I got to kind of agree with, I heard Mike Tyson in an interview about that one time, and he said he didn't have no problem with steroids. And I don't really have a problem with it. They still should regulate it a little bit so people don't go. I mean, if they're going to do it, then they have to have, I say they have to have somebody that is responsible for them. And so if they have to have somebody who's responsible for them, they probably won't. It probably won't ever become big because you can. And Bruce don't like me saying this, but you can. You can. Uh, those steroids can make you flip if you're not doing them right and they're not monitored, and you might be getting horse uh, steroids instead of bovine steroid or something. It's a lot of things that can happen. I know, man. Please, I used to work at a gym, man. I used to work at Bally. I used to work at Bally. We had a guy in there, little Filipino guy. He like 5'4". He's 5'4", walking around at like 200 and like 220 pounds at 5'4". Everybody in his family's like this, like little skinny people, and it's like his sister, his brother, everybody's skinny, but he's walking around like that and acting like it's all natural, like he just came in and worked out and did weights, and he just got like that. And we just all looking at him like, man, something wrong with you, dude. And he used to have that little attitude. But one thing he was good at, he was good at sales. He'll just tell people, this is what you need. I know we're going to put you on this program. He just signed them up like to the gym. He just signed them up like all day. I don't think he didn't go a day without just signing a bunch of people up. Because they see him and they, oh, yeah, I want to get in shape like you. Not knowing that he's walking around on those roids, He'd just be standing there talking, all of a sudden his nose just start bleeding. But that's all natural and stuff. But back to what I was saying. So when Mike Tyson was talking about it's okay, but my point is, yeah, it's okay as long as you have somebody that's willing to take the rap if something happened. Your doctor or whoever's administering those to you. And also it has to be another thing. It can't be in any kind of contact sport. Like you can't use it in a contact sport where you got to hit people. Where you can potentially hurt, lame, paralyze somebody, or kill somebody, then you can't use it. And you can kill somebody in baseball, but I'm not talking about like that. But if somebody's knocking baseballs out in the ocean, I want to see the next guy. I want to see a guy get 100 home runs in a year. I want to see that. I want to be there, and I hopefully it's at a stadium that's next to something that, so we can watch them either knock balls into the ocean or break cop car windows because the precinct is right across the street. That's what I want to see. Something like that. I don't know if y'all want to see it. Maybe y'all want to see it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Yeah. Derek Bay said Chavez said he thought Haney won also. Yeah, you just got to code. What you got to do is you got to go back over the fight and you'll realize that, yeah, Haney won the fight. Loma was missing more shit than he was landing. There's just, you know what? Turn the freaking, you know why people got like that there? I'm going to tell you why people got like that. Because them freaking, what do you call it? The commentators. You said, you can't wait to see me so you can bite my nose off. Ray, I'm going to uppercut you, son. I'm telling you, man, I got an uppercut waiting with your name on it, man. Just like I got this little cloth that you clean glasses with that says guess what? I got one of these that say Ray. I got one that say it says Ray. It says Ray Robinson. And I'm just gonna put it on. So that's the last thing you see. Last thing you see is when that uppercut comes. You say, okay, that had my name on it, so it must have been for me. But all around, sports is becoming a little bit boring, even this boxing and everything. I'm not even excited about the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford fight after the announcement, after like a day or two settled in. I'm not even excited about it. Like, people are so excited. It's like, it kind of fizzled out on me. I've been already dead on it. I got excited. I tried to pump myself up to get excited, but now I'm just like, whatever. I'm not really tripping over the fight. It's not a big fight to me no more. It's just not a big fight. Wilder Joshua will be a better fight for me. Now that I would like to be in front ringside. I would like to be in that fight. Yeah, I want to see the heavyweights. I just want to see the heavyweights. Even if it's it could be like the greatest fight. Like, oh, that was a great fight. That'll be okay. I probably won't even replay it as much as I replayed the Wilder versus Brazil. The Wilder versus Brazil I should be locked up for the way I kept watching the knockout. I should be locked up. They should be saying I'm insane for watching that. Like, why are you watching that like that? That's just ridiculous. Why? Who would do that? Hey, Ray, go back out there and give my thumbs up, brother. You and Gil, man. They be slighting me. See how they do me, Derek? That's wrong, man. Especially when I ain't got that much time, man. Y'all just, that's how y'all treat me, man. That's how everybody treat Eagle. They like, man, F Eagle. I read that out, but I'll read it again. Salute, Ray Robinson. Ray said, salute at Derek. Yeah. Derek Bay said, make some people crazy as hell. 100. Yeah, that shit, it make you crazy. Oh, if you try to uppercut me, I'm gonna enjoy it. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. I don't even know if Derek, I don't even know if anybody know about that. Derek, you know about the watch out uppercut? You might can Google, you might have to put that on YouTube. Put on YouTube, put the watch out uppercut. I don't know. You know what's so funny? Is people that's on YouTube, their mind is just as sick as mine. Because you shouldn't be able to put that out. You shouldn't be able to put that in and find find anything. Just because I said it, you shouldn't be able to put that in. So you put bouncer, something like that, and then put watch out uppercut. You shouldn't be able to put that in. But people have a twisted sense of humor like me. That's why my sense of humor is twisted, is because I know other people have it too. I'm like, okay, I'm sick. I'm sarcastic. I got a twisted sense of humor and stuff. But what can I say? But yeah, the watch out uppercut. Yeah, I talking about, I mean, I just looked it up like that. You can't find it like that, but some stuff you can find like that. Sometimes stuff I just put what it is and you find it. Like on YouTube, it's like, wow. But you might be able to Google that. Oh, okay, I know what I did. I put the wrong thing. I told y'all bouncer. Let's see if so it might be in there. I'm just looking it up because I'm sick like that. Oh, it is in there. It's actually in there. I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to, just because Ray said it, and you know, Eagle is, I got a sickness, and y'all got to pray for me. So there's nothing I can do about that. Y'all got to pray for me because I got a sickness. That's all I can say. So at least I'm asking for prayer. No, it's right here. So just check it out. It's right there, Derek. I just put it in. I just put it in right now. So y'all check it out. But yeah, I got that special uppercut for you. Okay, I see. You know, I got it now, Ray. Oh, you got the link too? Well, mine is different. Yeah, Ray. Okay, so Ray got a link in there too. Look at Ryan. Ryan at work said, "What's the topic?" So I can vent. We just talking about we're still talking a little bit about the fight, but I just wanted to say about Carissa Shields, this upcoming fight right here, is that I have her by unanimous decision, but the thing is no, actually, you know, I think it's gonna be close. But I think maybe Rabbit Cornejo, I think maybe she might burn herself out. So I'm going out on a limb. I don't know if you guys did it, but I'm going out on a limb, and I'm saying that Carissa Shields, you know, gets her stopped. I had unanimous decision, but I had too many of them. I said I'm gonna do a little gambling, so I had her ninth round. So I got her ninth round TKO. Just based off of nothing. Just based off I wanted to do something different than everybody else. You know, and she hasn't had one for a little while, right? And I think one thing that she does is that she actually becomes better I think she gets real motivated when she sees like certain fights, and she watched the Tank fight, and she watched the Haney fight. She gets more motivated. So I'm just saying for myself that maybe she comes in and she gets it done. She could easily lose. Okay, I still got Katie Taylor, best woman for women's boxing. She made it relevant. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say she was the one that. That's you're taking away when you say that. You take away from other fighters if you say um, that she made it. She made it relevant. Because then you take away from the other. You take away from the other ladies that made it relevant. I'll tell you one thing that made it real relevant was was that huge knockout that Ann Wolf put on that girl. That was that made it really significant. Okay, you said, but you only really watch Tasha Jonas. Yep. Let me see. Andrea Holmes is fighting though, so I gave her. I'm just saying that she wins unanimous. Um, I'm not really. I don't watch them all the time, and everybody knows I used to. At one point in here, I didn't even watch them. I wouldn't even really report on them. But then all the guys in here start. I mean, we're really watching and stuff. So then I had to drag my ass over to the television, and watch some of these fights. The one thing with besides the women with this welterweight matches coming up, people are really hyping themselves up for the fight, but I think it's just too much conversation. People are talking too much too early. We still got 2 months, man. You're gonna run out of conversation by the time the fight starts. It's like you're gonna run out of conversation. It's too much. It's like people are talking about the fight way too much. Time they get up to it. If you hype the fight up this much and it's dead, or if it ends in a 6th round or 5th round knockout, or if it ends like on either side, if it ends, it's like what was all the hype about? This fight wasn't. Because I'm looking at like at least 10 rounds of this, of good hard punching box. I know it's gonna be some hard hitting in there. Shut up. Yeah, Ryan O'Rourke says salute to Derek. Derek says salute to Ryan O'Rourke. Yeah. Okay, we back in here. Okay. It's taking nothing away from the USA. Never don't promote women's boxing. Eddie Hearn made it relevant and paid them well. Okay. I don't have the thing about me when you guys come and see me in here, I don't have an argument with you guys. And yes, you guys just say something just blatantly just dumb. Just really stupid. Then everybody's going. I probably don't have to jump on you. Everybody else is going to jump on you. But what I have, because the thing is, you guys come in here and everybody has their opinion about certain stuff. Every time sometimes I'll chime in. I might want to be a jerk or something and chime in, or I just might want to just make a point. Like, come on now, stop it. Like, if I think it's cap, then I might say something because I'm like, oh, that's cap. Stop it. I'm like, stop that. That's cap. You know what I mean? Just like everybody's predicting all these knockouts and stuff. There ain't gonna be no money on it. They're not gonna put no money in there when they're talking about all like these knockouts and stuff like that. Derek, did you go look at that clip? That's what Ray Robinson's talking about. That he's sick. Yeah, but go check it out. Y'all will see it. What we got? Yeah. A lot of people think that in this fight, like they're just dispelling. They're just dispelling Spence's chances and stuff like that. Cause they're saying something like Crawford. What Crawford's gonna do. Earl cannot handle Crawford's style. So in other words, you're just taking away like he doesn't have, like Earl Spence doesn't have a trainer. He has no chance. It's like, I mean, don't. I'm not even going that far. I'm not saying Bud don't have a chance. I'm not saying either one don't have a chance. Come on, who does that? They both champions. You mean one champion really don't have a chance against another? So in other words, so you might as well just say that this fight is going to be like, so um, Bud is going to be like Tommy Hearns versus Pepino Cuevas. That's more or less what you're saying. Or it's going to be like Hearns versus Roberto Duran, champion versus champion. This is not going to be like it's no match. Uh, Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti. Okay, keep that in your mind. Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti or Castillo. Just keep that in your mind and see if that's the kind of performance after the fight. Because since you hyping yourself up and you think it's going to be that good of a fight, put it with the classics. And don't be bullshit. When you put this fight with the classics after it's done. I'm going to see where do you rank this fight. I want to see where you actually rank the fight. Ray Robinson said kangaroos should be able to box. No, but kangaroos are going to cheat, Ray. They're going to kick. Do you know what a kangaroo can do to you if they kick you? They can kick your internal organs out of your damn body, man. And people always talk about the kangaroos. They always talk about like the punches. They don't really throw punches. They just like they girl fight. They scratch and do this shit. Even if you they just do like this. It's them feet, man. They'll kick your intestines out your body. And they got that fat, they got that strong belly to help them stand up like that. But man, please, I wouldn't. Man, I straight up, I uppercut one. I seen one take an uppercut. I don't know if y'all seen that, but that kangaroo took an uppercut. I don't know. He was holding the man's, the man's dog got loose or something like that, and that kangaroo had him in like a headlock. The kangaroo was choking the dog out in the headlock like this. He had him on lock. He locked him in, and his owner didn't have no stick or nothing. The owner went out there and uppercutted that kangaroo. I mean, I don't live down there, so I don't know how to handle kangaroos. I think I would still be a little bit fearful. It'll take me a while to get used to kangaroos. I'd be like, nah, I don't trust y'all. I know that y'all put people in headlocks. I don't think you getting out of their headlock. And they don't have no jewels to kick. So I wouldn't know what to do. And they could probably take your kick. I don't know. How you handle them? Fire? Sticky. I got this. Take his ass out with that. And no, Derek, I ain't forget about you, but I'm still busy. I got to go to the mountains tomorrow after I get out of work. I'm going to see if Ray will go up there. Ray might go up there. I don't know how far you live, though, from there, so you might go up there, too. It's going to be nice. We're going to the bear dance. This girl wants to go, so she going to holler at me. So yeah, Derek said, I remember that video. Yeah. He said it won't be like Ryan talking about no, it'll be Bud beating Spence. I don't care who wins. I really don't care. I'm going with Spence, but I really don't care who wins. Whoever loses or wins probably gets talked about in here. But I'm saying that I'm talking about like the decisiveness of the fight. Is people making it seem like it's so like Bud wins so easily. He just knocks out Earl like Earl shouldn't have been a welterweight. Earl shouldn't have had those straps. Bud didn't even knock out Ugas or Danny Garcia, right? He never knocked out. Matter of fact, Bud never even beat Ugas. And Ugas is bigger than Earl Spence. I don't know how he's doing all this knocking out. How come he didn't knock Ugas' ass out? How come he didn't knock him out? I'm just saying, styles make fights or whatever. How come he knock all these other people out? And for all you guys that don't think that Kenny Porter stole the fight from his son, then something wrong with y'all. Because that fight would have been even, or Sean would have probably still been ahead. That's just like, a lot of people that know, people that's inbox, and I'm not just saying this, I'm listening to people that's actually inbox, and they shake their head. And it makes a lot of sense. That there's been hardly any fighters, and we talked about this last show, there's hardly been any fighters that went out like on a stoppage like Sean Porter and then never fought again. Even Mikey came back. He didn't get stopped, but he got he got obliterated. He was never the same. Earl beat something out of Mikey so bad he took him. Earl beat the eliteness out of Mikey. Because Mikey used to be one of what they call elites. He had even Sugar Ray Leonard talking about, oh, he wins because he's Mikey. He got the stuffing beat out of him because he was Mikey. Derek Bay said, Derek Bay said, kick you in half. They hold you while they kick. Yeah, that part. They hold you while they kick. Man, they feet. How big are they feet? Don't kangaroos wear like size 30 shoes? I mean, for real. I don't know, man. I can halfway draw with I think I'm getting cartoon kangaroos mixed up with regular kangaroos. But for me, it seemed like kangaroos got big ass claws and big ass feet, and it looks like their legs are so powerful that they could kick a lot of stuff in half. Half that. I ain't fighting. Yes, folks, we talk about everything in here at the same time. Yeah, we talking about man, I ain't messing with no kangaroo, man. You ain't kicking. My stomach too easy to kick in half. With that kind of power, man. You sitting there with your gut hanging out because he didn't caught you. Yeah. But Derek said, I remember that video. He said, it won't be like that. He said Floyd beat the brakes off a guy. Yeah. I'm sorry I had to go back up and read that. I missed that. Rick said, he said, Eagle, what's our bet again? Was it Smith better be? Oh yeah. I don't know. No, we bet on the Bud fight. Bud versus Earl, I think. I think that's the fight. That's the fight we bet on. Better be if I go with Better be if. I said I don't trust Better be if as much as I trust what's the other guy's name? Bivol. I don't trust him as much as I trust Bivol. Yeah. Ray said, I need you to play us a video of a kangaroo fight. No. I don't know, man. We'll have fun. When I got more time, yeah, we'll do that. We'll put some kangaroos in there. I'm just not messing with animals like that because those, and Derek brings up the other one that will kill your ass too. Is another one and people ride these shits too. Ostrich or cassowary will kick the hell out of you too. No, an ostrich can kill you, but a cassowary will kill you. A cassowary is about half the size of an ostrich, or they're pretty close, but he's mean as hell. All he does is chase you down and try. An ostrich ain't gonna just come out, An ostrich is not just gonna come for you for no reason, like, oh, let me go get Derek. But a cassowary will come after your ass. He will try to kill you. Like, what, you up in there? You get behind there, especially if it's one that's so-called tame. He's behind the gate. You take your ass behind that gate. You take your ass behind that gate if you want to. It's like your parents tell you, you go back there if you want to. That's because that's what you want. And that cassowary is going to show you that ain't what you wanted. He's going to be like, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. It's going to be like, this ain't what you want. He's definitely going to take your ass out. And then these dumbass people that keep these things as pet end up, some of them get murdered. And they just wonder why all their families all said, oh, he was a gentle bird. I don't know why. Ain't no wild animals gentle if they don't want to be gentle. Shit. You can probably name maybe 5 wild animals that you don't have to really worry about that much. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You can't even count on yourself being okay around a wild bird, like a little bird. You can't even count on yourself being okay with them. I saw one of these birds. I'm not that good with a lot of birds, but one of these gray birds with they got a little white on the top of their head, and then the tip of their tail feathers is gray. I don't know. I never knew the name of this bird. Not doves, but I never knew the name of this bird. But these birds used to always follow me, like from place to place. But I saw one yesterday and he was pecking the hell out of a squirrel. That squirrel was running. That squirrel was ass hauling. That squirrel was like, oh shit. He was ass hauling from a bird. But you people, like I said, we talk about subjects. That's because what we do. But you people with these wild animals, and these wild animals murder you. You can't blame anybody. I mean, you sitting there smelling, especially you got like a pet tiger, a pet lion. You sitting there smelling like an exotic meal that he's never had, even though you're petting him and he's like growling and shaking his head and shit. But you're smelling like an exotic food that he's never had, and you're playing with him, but you're not. You shouldn't. You're playing with him, but he's looking at it like he's been playing with his food. You're playing with him, but he's looking like, oh, I'm playing with my food too long. See? And you come in there without all the cologne or whatever perfume on. You come out there one day just smelling just like raw meat because you done took a baking soda bath. Something like that. You ain't got no chemicals on you. Now you smell like, and you sitting there a little bit sweaty. Now you smell like a tropical dessert to him. And I'm not trying to be cruel or mean, but then he takes your ass out. I'm just saying, people do these dumb things. This shit's uneducated. I don't care I don't care how many psychology degrees you got and how much you studied and how much you decided. Oh yeah, he's not going. He's not a murderer. I had him as a pet ever since he was a cub. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at you, but I'm just if you do dumb shit like that, then you got to expect dumb shit to happen, and which is not dumb shit. It's just like the lion. He like, you know what? He was smelling delicious. If you could read his mind, he like, hey, smelling delicious. I had to take him out. Ryan right back. He said when Bud KO Spence, it'll be great. Why you hate Spence so? I don't understand why you hate Spence so much. Ryan just hate when he has disdain for certain fighters, a hate fighter. He just hate them. Yeah. But Derek right about them birds that at Cazaret take your ass out. Derek right back. He said facts, Eagle. People seem like they never seen Spence fight. I know, it's like, okay. Like, damn, is that easy? Am I making that big of a mistake, Derek, where I'm picking Spence and everybody's like, yeah, Crawford took him out. It ain't going but 3 or 4 rounds. Did he take Horn out in 2 rounds or whatever? Earl's not even tough as Horn? Come on. Damn. Derek said they big as hell. They can hop like 30 feet or something. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. Derek said, yeah, they'll try to eat you. Ryan said pigeons are horrible. No, but see, I said, well, when we're talking about like naming, like, I'm not scared of a pigeon no matter what. We got plenty of pigeons in the city. I'll mess a pigeon up. If a pigeon comes towards me, you don't even have to kick a pigeon. I could just slap him upside his head. You just wad up some newspaper and like, get your ass out of here. They easy. They spooked. But some birds you can't do that with. Some of the small birds, you can't do that shit with them. If you're in their territory, they will dive bomb and attack your ass like until you go. But the pigeons here are weak. They're annoying as hell, but they're weak. But I'm saying, what I was saying, you can't really name 5 wild animals that won't tear into your ass if they need to. They're not built. They're built to do. They're just built to do what they do. And we want to try to cage everything up. And especially, I don't know, Australia got some crazy ass wild. They got some mean ass animals, if you ask me. Let me see. The only animal that I know about in Australia that I would probably mess with a little bit and wouldn't like really trip, like I ain't really tripping about him, is I've never seen like a koala bear just like go crazy, just get like rabid, like he just went rabid and start biting and killing everything. I've never seen one of those. Now I can mess with that. But they got that real little animal that they call the devil, the Tasmanian. I wouldn't mess with him. I seen his jaws, I heard his growl, all that. Just because they small, but see, people still think that's what they want as a pet. Some shit that can bite through that can actually bite through bones and everything. Man, no, I'm not having that, son. I'm not. Oh, I raised him. He was a baby. I raised him. And you start smelling like the delicious meat in there. And before you know it, you gone. He done mauled your shit. Man, F that. Yeah, but this fight, yeah, Derek, how you got this fight? This Carissa Shields fight? I actually put, I'm giving her a stoppage. I'm trying. Maybe I'm hoping for her. I might end up losing on that, but I'm giving her like ninth round. I don't know what y'all got. What you got, Gil? On Carissa Shields, I saw a video where a monitor lizard smacked a leopard with his tail and sat that leopard's ass down. Yeah, just animals. Donkeys are dangerous too. Oh yeah, they hate coyotes and oh in the woods. Pull up a video on that. Yeah, Shields by decision. Okay. So I hope she get this ninth round KO like I said. I see her try to put some punishment on the girl's face and to stop her. You know, maybe TKO, eye damage, AKA the spin stoppage. No, I know donkeys are crazy. Did you know that they use donkeys sometimes because as like guard? They use them instead of in the places of to replace guard dogs on farms and stuff because they hate being bothered. Donkeys hate to be bothered, and like they'll kill hyenas, they'll kill freaking wolves, fox, they'll kill all that shit. If they come behind the gate, a donkey would take his ass out. I didn't know they had that kind of power though, because they don't have those kind of, like they don't have the sharp teeth, but they got that force, that bite, and plus they kick. They'll bite you and kick you. I saw one time he had like a wolf in his mouth or something. He was just slinging it and shit, ramming it all up into like the fence. I was like, God dang, I didn't know they were so vicious. And then besides that, put them kicks on you. And if you got shoes on, you forget it. You know where you're going. Yeah, that girl is tall. I seen the girl. That girl real tall. But that's why I think she gonna land on. That's why I think she gonna, it's gonna be a lot more. She got a lot more target to get some facial shots off. Oh, okay, Derek said they hate wolves. Yeah, they hate wolves. Coyotes, yeah, donkeys don't play. You got a little guard donkey. I see some people that have those donkeys like really trained like real well. Like they have them they have them trained like real well. Like come here, and yeah, they mean. I didn't really grow up with them. My mom used to tell me about them. She said, yeah, they stubborn. Mean old ornery little things. And they are one way. So they could be like extra stubborn and just never do. They won't do what you want, or they can be real open and do everything you want them to do. Yeah. Derek said, yeah, they loners. No joke. They will bite a dog on his back, on his neck. Yep. Derek said, facts, Eagle. I saw that video too. I said, yeah, Derek said, I said, God damn, they bite too? Yeah, that's what, yeah, that part right there, Derek, that part right there, the biting part, brother. Yeah, the biting part. See, I knew about the kicking part. But when I saw him do the biting shit, when I saw him like have him in his mouth and was slinging him, I said, oh no, I'm through. I said, if donkeys bite like that, I'm finished, man, because they got that, their head is like this big. Their jaws is real thick. Man, they probably, I don't even know what the bite force. You see, they talk about bite force. Of most animals, they talk about bite force are animals that have the real canine teeth. They always talk about dogs' bite force and all that shit. But I wonder what a donkey's bite force is with all that jaw meat. 2,000 pounds per square inch. Man, you ain't got no chance on that. God dang. But see, as you guys noticed, that nobody in the chat, nobody can name even 5 animals that are wild, 5 wild animals that won't get your ass. You can't. And now don't even go to insects, because all insects will get you. And I'm not talking about like moths or something like that. All insects that can fight will get you. Ants will get your ass. Bees, hornets, all that shit. If they got any kind of weapons on them, they'll come get you. And most animals, you just don't domesticate animals just because you find them as a baby. If you want to keep them a little while and get them healthy, You keep them long enough to where they're at the age where they can't kill you, and you try to get them back into the woods. Don't keep them when they're killers. That's my advice to people that keep stuff like that. When the animal's a killer, if you still got him, just count your blessings and put his ass out. Tell him, hey, you too big, you got to go, son. Put him out. Don't be caught up in that. So I might have to take the L on this one, Derek. Though, so I got her by ninth round. So hopefully she can get that ninth round. She can get that ninth round TKO. Yeah, Derek said it looked like a dog or a wolf shaking their head. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Derek says because you shouldn't own a wild animal. No, none of them. I don't trust none of them, Derek. I'm telling you, man. It don't matter. There ain't no size limit for me. There ain't no size limit for me, especially when it comes to them Australian animals. You can't give me a baby Tasmanian devil and say, hold on to him for 6 months for me. Because I got to walk around the house with something at all times. If I'm cooking food, I got to have something with me. If I'm laying down, I got to have something with me. No matter where I'm at in the house, I got to have something with me. I got to have something with me. I got to have my just in case. I got to have my just in case weapon. This is just in case he goes crazy. I got to take his ass out. I'm the wrong person, man. I'm very Ray. No, man. Please. I had some babies with me, and I was out there in the woods, and I was ahead of everybody. Shit. Where I was up in front, please. And there was I don't know if he was dead, but he was about to be dead, but it was a badger just laying there. And to me, badgers look like Wolverine. So I picked up like a rock, a boulder that weighed like, I'm gonna say like 10 pounds. And I walked around him, but if he would have moved, he probably would have got a 10-pound boulder in the back. And that's bad. I shouldn't do that because, as Derek said, Cornejo had a full camp because she was training for another fight. Yeah. She might be overtrained too. I got to keep my fingers and everything in the right position on this one, man, because I'm looking. I went out on a limb because I knew everybody. I just wanted to do something different because I know everybody had a decision for Carissa Shields. I'm just hoping, Carissa Shields get you a stoppage. All people have to do is lock themselves in a room with a squirrel and see what happens. Yeah, even squirrels can go. I've seen squirrels go crazy too. So if I already know, because I had some that used to come over to the house all the time. So mixed bags of the nuts with the shells on them, and I used to like hold my hand out and feed them, and then like. For some reason, other squirrels found out about it, and the squirrels that I was feeding used to go crazy. Like they'd grab the nut, or they'd just drop it. Like they'd snatch it out of my hand, or they'd just drop it, and you hear them like flying through the trees, like attacking the other squirrels. Like, no, you don't go up there. That's my secret stash. Like, yeah, Derek said a grizzly won't even mess with a badger if it doesn't have to. Yeah, but yeah, the badger was about to take a brick. He was about to take a boulder bath though. But yeah, I got to get to work, y'all. Yeah, we'll see how these fights go, man. We'll talk more about the Spence one later. I don't even want to mess with that Spence scenario that much right now because I'm gonna get burnt out on that whole Spence scenario, man. I'm gonna get burnt out on it. I promise you. If I keep talking about it, I'm gonna end up getting burnt out, man. It's just like because people are getting. They're taking it the wrong way. They're getting like either too emotional on Spence side, too emotional on Buzz side. Nobody's looking at the fight for what the fight really is. That we should get a nice competitive fight, and it should just boil down to just. I mean, if the fighters are in the shape and have the mind capacity that they should have. I mean, even Bud's a great fighter, but Earl should be victorious just because of work rate. If nothing else, just because of just too much, just too overwhelming. And I'm not saying that Bud can't deal with people on him, but Earl's just something different. A lot of fighters know. They know. The ones that fought him, they know. They like, oh, no, Earl is just That machine is just not gonna stop, and people know that. So that's all I wanted to. I just want to try to get that out before we get out of here, man. But tomorrow I go to. I don't know. Maybe when I get up in the hills, I'll probably. I might do a short video. It might be on my other channel. It might be on this one. But I might do a short video just so y'all can see the scenery, because I don't know if y'all. The last time I did it, I don't know if I really showed y'all the scenery as well as I could have. And I might do like a little bit of night. Maybe I'll video at night and then video in the morning so y'all can see what it's like. And Derek said, I've seen somebody try to pick up a squirrel and it didn't end well for him. How did it end, Derek? Derek said, no, shit didn't end well. Just trying to grab shit, man. It ain't no. Shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is. Eagles Way of Boxing. No matter what day it is, nothing but blessings, man. I'm going to catch y'all. Eagle got to get to work. Yep. Yep. Yeah, peace and blessings to everybody out there. Y'all know what it is, though. Yeah, I hope we have some good fights on this weekend too. I hope these fights are just like good. We need great fights to come up. I'm gonna get you, Ray, next time if you don't be giving me my thumbs up. You and Ryan, y'all come in here with the hate. No, I think Ryan gave my thumbs up. I think it was Ray. It was dirty. That was dirty. That was dirty Ray. That wasn't regular Ray. That was dirty Ray that did that. Just in case y'all didn't know, that was dirty Ray. Dirty Ray Robinson. Not Sugar Ray. Don't get him mixed up with Sugar Ray. That's Dirty Ray. That's Dirty Ray Robinson. It's not the regular. That's not the regular one. Believe me, this guy is a straight troublemaker. All right, I'm gonna catch y'all.